All right, I'm going to paint my DeWalt tools green. This might be a bad idea, but we're going to see how they turn out. I really like DeWalt. I think they're great tools. I've used them for a really long time, and yeah, I really like them. But I don't like the color yellow so much. I always wondered if I could just spray paint them green. I tried to look up a video on YouTube about spray painting them green, but I couldn't find anything. So I found a video of like a guy using like dye and heating up acetone and dunking them in there, and that sounded like too much work. These tools that I have specifically are they're not like tools that I regularly use. I bought these a long time ago, and like they just sit at home in case I need to use something at home. And like I've used these like a handful of times, so these definitely aren't like the tools that I have at work, but I feel like these are a really good tool to try to experiment on to try and paint them green. And if they look terrible, they look terrible. At least they're not the ones that I'm using at work. I also am not a person who paints stuff. I, this is going to be a learning experience for me. And yeah, this might turn out really terrible. So I bought some stuff. I got a Scotch-brite pad, and I'm going to scuff up the paint here, um, so that it'll adhere better. I bought some adhesion promoter, and I'm gonna, after I tape this all up and I scuff off the paint, I'm gonna apply this, and this should help the paint adhere better to the plastic. Um, for the paint, I bought this one. It's green. Green is my favorite color. Apparently, I think it should look like this cap here. And yeah, I mean, it should look good, I think. Hopefully. And then also, I uh, I got some clear coat. So I'll apply this after I apply the paint, and this should kind of improve its durability. I'm taking a Torx 10 on these ones that I have. Mind you, these are old ones. You can't buy these ones anymore. Like I've had them forever, so I'll start with this one. So there's a bunch of, see if you can see this. There is a bunch of screws everywhere that hold this case together. This case splits in half. So we're going to open these up. These screws out here that hold this together. Okay, I think that's all of them. I think so. All right, so I took them all out. I have them on the side here, and I'm going to put these somewhere safe. I'm going to put these right here for now. Okay, so got these out. Now I have to open this up. So let's see here. Let's just open this up in half here. If I fuck these ones up, at least they're not ones that I need for work. You're supposed to pry open here. Did I miss one? You know what? There's a sticker right here that's holding it. So you can see that there's a sticker. It's holding it from splitting in half. So these ones, they have stickers on them. You know, there's this one says DeWalt. This one says some random stuff. And then there's this one with like the model number and some information on it. I personally am going to take these stickers off and I'm not going to put them on when I'm done. If you were to do this, you could carefully peel these and then use some adhesive like glue or something and then put them back on. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to take them off. But you know what? I'll take them off and I'll put them to the side. So maybe I can kind of, yeah, so they come off pretty easily. I'll put them to the side. I won't throw them out. Maybe like, I don't think I'll put them back on, but I'll put them back on and maybe you can see what it looks like. All right, so I'm splitting it open because this sticker was holding it. Yeah, here we go. See, easy. That's what it looks like. Doesn't look too bad. So I'm taking this stuff out. Carefully, there's some wires. Okay, there's this thing that changes the direction. So I'm going to put this to the side. Take this stuff out here. Motor. This one's pretty easy actually. There's not too much to it. Okay, there we go. So if you wanted, you could just hook a battery up and you could just use it like this. Just kidding, that would suck. Yeah, let's take the stickers off. Let's get these ready. These are really clean because I don't use them very often, but I'm going to use isopropyl alcohol and I'm going to try and clean this up, get any of the grease from my fingers off this, just so that the paint sticks better. So yeah, I got some isopropyl alcohol, 99%. I don't think it really matters, but that's what I bought. I'm really gonna soak the parts where the stickers are. Let it sit like that for a while I clean up the rest of it and then focus on cleaning up that. You know what? I got like a rag. I think I'm gonna use a clean rag to kind of like dry it up as the last step. Yeah, you know what? The Q-tips were not as good as this rag for sure. Well, for taking off the adhesive, I assume too if yours is really dirty, it'd be way better just use a rag. Yeah. No matter what, just use a rag. Fuck these Q-tips. Okay, so I think I got it pretty clean. I got all the adhesive off where the stickers were, and so just thinking of what I should do next. So I'm going to need to use masking tape and mask everything off. That's going to take a while. I'm going to do that off camera because it's going to be a little much to do that with this helmet on the whole time. But yeah, I got this Scotch-brite pad. I mean, you could use sandpaper, or maybe like a less coarse Scotch-brite pad. This is what I had, and I was like, whatever. We'll see. We'll see how it works. I'm just gonna scuff all the yellow parts up, all the parts that I want to paint. And but you know what? I am going to do the masking tape first. Masking tape. Yeah, that's what I got to do first. So yeah, so here we are. This is what it looks like. And I'm going to use this masking tape. Tape off like a section. And yeah. And then I'm just going to, it's going to look like that. I'm going to use this scalpel to trace out the line here. So I'm just going to like carefully cut with this. And you know what? Like this is super sharp. This is really easy to do. So far, it seems like, anyways. Kind of hard to see with the masking tape covering it. And that's kind of like how it'll look. Where I've kind of just cut right there. But yeah, I'm gonna do this off camera because this sucks doing this with the helmet on. So I'll show you guys the end results here. Okay. Okay. So I put masking tape on everything, and wow, like putting masking tape sucks doing this. This was awful, and it didn't really work that well either. Like I'm trying to get like the corners here, or like the edge, I mean, and I'm not really getting it covered. Like it doesn't want to bond to this rubber part. It took forever. This took me over an hour to do both of them, and there's like some holes in here that were yellow. I'm not even gonna bother trying to get those so that I can paint them. If anything, I can just, I don't know, figure it out later. Or just leave it yellow. It's probably what I'm gonna do. Something see if I can show you guys. Like that's it there. I'm gonna reposition this camera because this is not really, but this sucks. I can see why there's no videos on YouTube about how to spray paint your tools. This alone is like the reason why not to do it. This sucks. I mean, these aren't gonna be great. I don't think. I think I'm gonna get like overspray on parts that I don't want to, but it is what it is. We'll see how it goes. If anything, I can try it on this one and have that fuck up my own tools, and you guys don't have to. You can see how shitty they are. But yeah, like even this is like coming off. It's hard to see. It's like the rubbery handle part, kind of moves. So I was using like a scalpel to like cut away, and that was a lot harder. I thought that was going to be how to do it, but what I ended up doing was just like ripping off pieces of this masking tape and just trying to line it up perfectly, like on the edge of where I'm trying to mask off, and just use my fingernail and push it down. And like I kind of went a little bit over what I needed, and then I kind of shove it in there with my fingernail, and that doesn't even really work that good. I don't know. Like I spent an hour doing this, and it still sucks, and I just don't want to do it anymore. So yeah, here's what it is. We'll see how it goes. I didn't even cover this. Okay. Yeah. I probably should have scuffed up everything before masking it because it's going to be kind of hard to do now. So this is what we got here. I've masked off. I've called it quits at trying to make it perfect. It's like these rubber parts were like the hardest part too. Like I don't know why. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna just scuff it up. Um, Let me just rip this. Whatever. I feel like I should have done this step before masking because I'm gonna fucking I'm going to mess up my masking job here, but I just need to scuff it up a bit. You know what? If this turns out shitty, it might be because I'm not going to do a good job at this. Yeah, I messed up. I should have done this first. But it is what it is. At least I'll scuff it up a little bit. You know, it's gotta be better than nothing. Okay, well, here we are. Got this. Scuffed it up like a tiny bit. It's not really what I wanted, but I'll have to do. Okay, so the next step here would be to apply this adhesion promoter. All right, so I sprayed one coat of this adhesion promoter and I let it sit for 5 minutes. So now I'm doing paint. I'm going to apply 3 coats and I'm going to wait about 10-15 minutes in between each one. This is the last coat I'm doing for the paint. I'm going to let this dry for about 45-60 minutes, and then I'm going to apply the clear coat. Okay, so it's been a week. They've been drying for a week. This is what they look like right now. And yeah, so like, I mean, I'm not a professional at doing this. You can see here, well, you can see that like it's not perfect there. The last time I was spraying the paint, I was trying to get like all the parts that I didn't get. I could see like it was yellow. I should have hung these up. But you know, it's a learning experience, so I'm just this is like attempt number one. And like some of these some look pretty good, but some parts of these look bad. And like I just did it too thick there and it kind of went down. I don't know. But this has still got the masking tape on it. Honestly, like it looks a lot better than I thought it was going to look. There's some parts that are like really smooth, really nice. And I'm not very good at doing this, and I don't think I did it in the best way possible. So yeah, I'm really digging how this turned out. So yeah, like these here, they're still yellow. It was too hard to try and get those so I could paint them. Like to put masking tape in there is just really difficult. And then here, like the tape was covering that, so But honestly, like, it doesn't look so bad. Like, it's looking pretty good. Okay, let's put everything together now. Put it like this. So this stuff just back in here, I think. Okay, I think this part goes up here. Yeah, that looks right. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay, so that's it there. Yeah. So if I were to do this with my tools at work, I'd want to figure out to make sure I can get all this yellow part. It doesn't look that good. Let's make sure it works. Yeah, so my thoughts are needing to get everything even. Even up here where it connects to, you can see yellow in there. Yellow around all the edges where I masked off. So, but I guess if I was going to kind of like scuff it up, like if I use this at work, this is kind of how it would look like, some yellow coming through. It doesn't look too bad. Honestly, this looks pretty good. I know it's not perfect. This is something I'm learning to do. This isn't something I'm good at doing. So I'm not an expert, but even like doing this quickly and like shitty, it came out pretty good. Can you see that? I don't know. In the light, you can see where it kind of ran down. And that was me. Like, I should have done more lighter passes. I was trying to get like all the parts I saw yellow that last time that I sprayed this. And that caused that to run. I'm not 100% sure what I would do, but just thinking about it right now, like I could take like a paintbrush and just very carefully paint in there. Okay, so I saved these stickers. Ugh. And I mean, if you're going to put them back on, let's do it quickly. Yeah, it doesn't look very good, I don't think. I feel like if you're going to do this, you'd want to leave them off. This is how it would look with the stickers back on it. Yeah, it doesn't look very good. So yeah, I mean, I'm going to do this more times. I'm going to paint this one, and I'm going to try and figure out a way to get in there. I mean, I'm using spray paint. I want to use the same paint. I don't know if I'd spray some out into like a container or something and take a paintbrush to it. I don't know. That doesn't sound like what I'll probably end up doing, but I'm just thinking out loud here. But yeah, I mean, if you're watching this video and you have an idea of what I should do, feel free to tell me. Yeah, tell me what you think, your honest opinion. Did I mess this up? Should I do this stuff on my work tools